Hello, my name is Jon Gibson at the University of Manchester, and I'll be talking about some research we've undertaken looking at the motivating factors behind primary care skill mix change. I'll be presenting some results from a survey we've undertaken of practice managers at GP practices in England. First, some background. Primary care in England is often characterised by having suboptimal recruitment and retention of both GPs and nurses. The GP Full Review set out how to achieve a strengthened model of general practice, and a key element of this was through skill mix, i.e. the expansion of primary care workforce by employing a more diverse range of practitioners. More recently, the GP contract in England is making additional funding available for up to an estimated 26,000 staff across 5 different groups by 2024. These staff groups include paramedics, pharmacists, physician associates. This chart shows mean full-time equivalents per 1,000 patients by a range of different staff groups shown in the bottom of the legend. As you can see at the very right of these bars, physician associates, pharmacists, physiotherapists and paramedics have increased their involvement over time, yet remain fairly marginal by March 2019. And so new workers such as physician associates, pharmacists, paramedics and physiotherapists are increasingly becoming members of primary care teams, and this will only increase further with the new GP contract. Our research question for this part of our project looked at what are the motivating factors that influence practices' decisions to employ these new types of workers. To answer this question, we've undertaken a practice manager's survey, and this survey was comprised of 4 parts. In this presentation, I'll be focusing solely on the motivating factors behind these employment decisions, but we also ask questions related to what external funding practices may have received to incentivize these employment decisions, what their ideal workforce might look like, and what desire for additional staff they have for the future. Our survey was completed by 1,261 practices, which accounts for around 18% of all practices in England, and we also received at least one response from 174 different CCGs in England, which accounts for about 91% of all CCGs. In this presentation, I'll focus solely on the initial sections of our survey, which ask practices about the motivating factors behind their recruitment decisions. The motivating factors presented to the practices are shown in the centre of the chart in the legend. The heights of the bars in these charts indicate the proportion of practice managers who've selected that the motivating factor played an important role in their employment decision. These questions were asked of practices that employed advanced nurses, or physician associates, or pharmacists, or paramedics. Although the motivating factors differed by the practices employing different provider types, there are some common themes which I'll now highlight. Firstly, as highlighted here in the red circles, the most commonly selected motivating factors include a desire to release GP time and a desire to increase appointments. What we can also see here highlighted in the blue ovals is the second tier of commonly selected motivating factors. These include a desire to improve cost effectiveness and a desire to move forward with national policy. Interestingly, as highlighted here in the purple circles, what we've seen is relatively fewer practices indicate that supply constraints were motivating factors, such as here the black column, which is an inability to recruit GPs, or the purple column, which is a desire to cope with recruitment issues being a motivating factor for their employment decisions. And so what we've seen from our questionnaire of practices who have employed these new types of workers is they have done so due to a desire to release GP time, a desire to increase appointments, but we've also seen that problems with recruitment are not commonly selected. Thank you for listening to this short snippet of our research from our research project investigating the impact of skill mix change in primary care. If you have any further questions, please let me know by the email address shown on screen. Thank you.